Now you see it. Now you don't. Got my workbench back. Hey, welcome back. Got another day, another project. Got my bench grinder sitting right here. I kind of want to use the rest of my workbench. So we're going to make it where we can put it down under here, out of the way. Okay, one of the first things we're going to have to do, take this piece of flat stock, we need to make some plates, 2 plates, one for each side of the base. Alright, I'll just cut these off. Okay, to mark where our hole is going to go. I want this piece to be flush with the back. Right there would be the center of the bolt hole. And we go down this way, center of that bolt hole right there. And center of this one. That's what we're going to drill. Want to go drill these out. We got a hole drilled. Since I don't have any bolts that are long enough to go through here, what I'm going to end up doing is, I got some old U-bolts off an old boat trailer. What I'm going to do is we're going to cut them off, and we're going to plug weld it. That'll give me long enough bolts to go through, and we can put a nut on top. All this is being made of stuff that I've got laying around the garage. U-bolts, cut them down. The only thing I've had to buy is a big hinge, big gate hinge, in which we'll be attaching these. On here, and then also a large piece of angle iron. We're going to weld to the ends of it. It's a longer ends. I will go back and cut these off, along with the other ones. Cut these off same length, the other side same length. And we should be able to get set up. This piece is going to be welded to another piece of angle iron. Going to go to the edge of the workbench. I'm going to go cut these off. There was a U-bolt. Cut that off, throw this away. We'll plug weld these other 2 into these 4 holes. We need to clean up some of these, get them ready to weld to. Can't weld to this crap. What we're going to do here is stick the bolt up, which is about as far as I want it. From the bottom, or from the top side. So it's barely sticking through, and then we'll tack it, and we'll do the bottom one the same way. Okay, now we'll take them off. Now that we got these off, we can finish bolting it up. This is the piece of angle that I'm going to use. And I'm going to cut to the same width as the grinder for the pads. Set it off there. We're going to weld that in place. And our hinge will come up from the bench and weld somewhere in here. Not sure yet. Haven't got that far. I'll cut the piece of angle. I'm going to weld it to the front of here. And then we'll figure out where the hinge is going to go on the workbench and to here. Right now, let's clean this up. Alright, got all the rust cleaned off here. Ready to weld onto here. So let's take it over to where it's going to be mounted to. Here's on the workbench, this is where it's going to go. Grinder to sit here. And what we want to do, have this hinge here, we're going to have to bend it and weld it. When we're done using the grinder, we should be able to swing it down and strap it up underneath, out of the way. That'll free up this much more of the workbench. Bring it back up, use the grinder, put it away. Again, that's about where we want it right there. Position of the grinder I want. Should give me plenty of room. And then we'll be able to tuck it up under here out of the way. Now we just gotta figure out where to bend this. So now what we're gonna do, we'll cut this top piece off. We're gonna put this hinge grinder, we'll be able to raise right on up and then swing down underneath the workbench. So I put this second hinge on there. It's just tacked into place right now. But now I'm able to actually pick that up and then roll it on down. So I'm gonna go ahead and go finish welding this other hinge in. We're gonna have to cut it and we'll weld this one in as well. Come back over and try it again. Alright, after just tack welding it in, went over and tried it. It works. We're gonna go ahead and weld it in. Yeah, y'all, went and cleaned it up a little bit off camera. Boring stuff. Only got 2 bolts in it right now, holding it. Problem before, I wanted to bind up right here. But anyhow, went ahead and cut it in half. Put another hinge inside there. So now the top is able to raise on up and then fold on down. And which you can see the other hinge right there. Now it should fold right on up. No problem. Much better. Throw some paint on it. Try to purdy it up a little bit more. Of course, we already know purdy don't work, so. Alright, got it all painted up. Set up this one large hinge. Put another hinge put in there. Anyhow, get it mounted on there. Mount it back on here. And we'll get the grinder mounted to it. See how it looks. And off camera, I had to add the other part of that U-bolt that we cut off. This will be where the strap's going to go from the back side and hook on. That'll hold it back up and out of the way. Take it, set it down, bring the hook limb, hook it on right there. That strap comes up around from the back side. It's out of the way. Up there. Just hang that on the side out of the way. No noises. Works great. That's the ratchet strap. See down there? I've got it going under and come back up the back side. There's no having to bend down back underneath there to grab a hold of a strap. Okay. Now you see it. Now you don't. Got my workbench back. Yeah, I've tucked it away down under, out of the way. Again, I'll show you how easy it is to bring it right back up. Like what you're seeing, if it helps you out, great. Like, subscribe, share. More of this to come. Thanks for watching. It's ready.